recap from where I left off. Um, I was trading horribly. I was doing bad, and I got under the PDT rule, and I felt like giving up again. I got to like relapsing on the stress and everything, and I was running in circles. I didn't know how to trade. I didn't know what I was doing. Eventually, after going through the PDT, going back under the PDT rule, realizing that I can't trade under the PDT, trade it the way I wanted to anymore, I came to the realization that I had to figure out how to fix this. Um, so so I gave it a break, and I had to like reevaluate everything that I was doing. And I came to the realization after studying um, multiple interviews and watching videos, I realized I really do have to stick to one pattern, solely one pattern. And not only that, um, I have to uh, I have to strictly trade one pattern. Um, and Huddy was talking about on one of his videos when he was in Italy with Sykes. He was talking about how he he was only trading first red days. That's all he ever did, and that's, and then he went on to shorting bounces on the first red day. That's all he did, um, and he had to learn how to not lose before he can begin to learn how to start winning. And when that hit me, I got a better understanding of it. So um, I started studying strictly first red days and shorting bounces, and I realized that shorting bounces only work or mainly work on first red days. Trying to short a bounce on a green day or first green day doesn't work. It's gonna blow through you. It's an ABCD pattern, so it's gonna blow through you. Um, Not only that, um, I was shorting straight parabolics. I was shorting parabolics with no resistance and no chart history, which was causing me to lose a lot of money. So I realized I had to stop shorting that. So um, now I loaded up my account with another $1,000, and now I'm over the PDT roll, and I was looking for only first red days. So even when I was under the PDT and couldn't trade anymore, I still kept watching the markets. And this stock I was watching yesterday, where if this one worked properly, but it just started uptrending and going straight up, and then it faded down. So I put it on my watch list because I knew it was gonna come down. You can look at the yearly chart. Um, the resistance, it has no overhead resistance, but you can tell every time it goes up, it comes right back down. So I was just waiting for the first red day for this one. Although it didn't have any overhead resistance, which is bad for me, I knew, okay, if I'm going to short it, I need to just wait for the first red day. So market opened, or not even when market opened, but when I was watching it around like 8 o'clock, 8:30, it was right here. I was debating on shorting it, but I'm like, no. I remember watching Rotani videos, and he said if it's down a lot, 5-10%, you gotta wait for it to spike, and it's short into that spike with red to green as your risk. And when I looked at it, when I looked at the stock, if I can zoom out, even though if it would just work, come on, give me a second. Even though red to green was right here, or right here, I believe, um, it came down a lot from here, so I wasn't comfortable with shorting it. And even if it didn't go back up, I was 40 cents away from red to green. And the idea of a starter position of 100 shares didn't really cross my mind. So I just waited. It was not like first time watching this in a long time, or first time really trying to absorb this information in a long time. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just watch it first, even though I miss it. I'm okay with it. So I guess right here I should have done a starter's position, a starter short, and then add more when it gets to near red to green. And if it hits red to green, I get out. And if it falls, you just cover as it's falling into it. So give me a second. So after that, um, it just came coming crashing down, and I missed it. And I was like, okay, whatever, I ain't tripping. So then I was just glad to learn from it, and I was supposed to be watching it all day because I was waiting for it to bounce and short to bounce. But I got sidetracked from this other stock that I'm about to show you now. But even if I shorted from here, I would have still been 40 cents away from my red to green, which is okay, but I should have been paying attention. But this stock right here, excuse me, LR. This stock right here, going onto the yearly resistance. So it's faded, and every time it goes up, it comes down. Every time it goes up, it comes down, goes up, comes down. But it's been uptrending all day. And then it has resistance within a 2-year time frame, but because this goes on to 2 years, but it doesn't really, it's just a fader. So as I went into this stock, I saw that it had faded. Come on. So as I go into this stock, I saw that it faded, and it was consolidating right here, and I was anticipating on where I should enter, and I'm like, okay, I need signs that it's going to hold up. So here was the lowest point, and I'm like, you know what, it's 11 o'clock, or it's carrying towards 11. I'm going to long, actually. ABCD pattern, because my only strategies is ABC and first red days and shorting uh first red day bounces. So right here, I try to go long. I went long actually. I bought 200 shares around here, another 200 shares around here. My average was 520. And after it did this whole thing, it just squeezed up. But because it was fading like this, I thought it was going to hit my risk. So I covered. I sold, and it just squeezed. And I could have made from 520 to 748, which of course I would have never held that long. I probably would have covered right here at this first red candlestick. Definitely over here. Definitely over here when I saw it pulling back. But I definitely wouldn't have waited till I got up here. But when and then I was upset that I missed it. Then I started falling into my old ways, where I started to long here, which is a horrible idea. But it still would have worked. But my risk is horrible. And then I started shorting here too, following my old ways too, trying to anticipate the the uh, the pullback on a first green day. No true overhead resistance, and trying to anticipate all this stuff. It was like shorting a parabolic move, trying to guess the top. That's not gonna work for me, and I need to learn to stop doing that. But I did well. I improved today after studying this weekend and a couple of days, maybe about a week, because I haven't been studying lately. But studying again helped me understand. Okay, stop shorting parabolic moves. Stop trying to guess the top. Um, but I did it today, and I'm down 124. I'm upset with myself, but the 124 is good because I learned the lesson. I improved on, okay, I can't short parabolic moves. I gotta improve on that. Not only that, you know, I just learned a few lessons, and another lesson that I've learned was just, you know, you can do the ABCD pattern. You can It's possible that it will work on you want to do an ABCD pattern on a first green day on a parabolic move like this. Um, and when this was moving, I was able to cut losses quickly. Um, the stock went a little bit past my risk, and I still cut it, but it felt good to cut it because I was following my rules. It really felt good. But I'm about to like long again. Um, because I'm anticipating that it's gonna start pushing up. So I'm long right now. My average is 687. Um, I'm anticipating that it's gonna start pushing up and hit a new high a day. But I'm already gonna get my sell order ready to get out as soon as it hits. As soon as it hits my wrist, I'm getting out. My average is 687. I'm I'm anticipating that it's gonna break past the high day. So it's just been squeezing all day. I'm getting ready, like put myself in a position to cover if it doesn't hit. I'm making my money back. I went from 130 loss to I'm almost green right now. I'm just gonna cover here. So I just covered just now, and I am completely done with trading. Um, so I made back the $4 that I lost. I mean, $130 that I lost, and now I'm just back to break even, only up $4 on a day, which I'm cool with because sorry for the landscaping, but I'm cool with that because I've learned a lot in this trade. ABCD pattern only on parabolic moves, and and just stop shorting parabolic moves. And it feels good to finally win. You know, I don't even want to. I don't even want to win. I'm glad that I'm finally winning, but it's more of okay. Hey, I'm following my rules and I'm understanding it now. So I'm happy with that. You know, just understanding it and performing better. So I will cut this video short because of this noise, background noise, but this was a great lesson. I really believe this was a great lesson.